Hello everyone, Benjamin Cowenberg, consciousazine.net. I'm sorry that it's raining hard in the background. I'm not sure if you can hear it. In another recording, you couldn't actually hear it, so I was just yelling. And you're probably wondering why I was yelling. But it's raining. Hard. Anyway, are we halfway through Organic Portal Universe? Are we halfway through the Matrix game? Because I typed in this, when will the universe get ripped apart? That whole astrophysics theory of the universe being ripped apart slowly by dark energy, basically. And dark energy is every single point in space, not just an atom as a point, but even inside the atom. So I guess at Planck length, every Planck length's topological lattice point is going to be ripped apart, basically, is what this theory is saying. Because now it's saying the atoms will be ripped apart in 22 billion years. Or maybe they just mean at an atomic level. So not subatomic, so then maybe, I don't know, maybe a little bit more time until the subatomic particles are ripped, but generally it's only going in one direction of a ripping. So, you know, it doesn't matter, we don't know the exact parts after that. Maybe it's a few billion years more, that doesn't make too much of a difference. Then we're a third of the way through. But look, some people say that the universe is up to a certain point, and I'm one of these people. That could be a 20 billion year cycle, approximately. Some people say 16.4 billion, that's the official, scientific stance and posture. But some of us say it's longer, 20 billion years, and then we'd be halfway through pretty much exactly. There's only 20 billion years more to go. Right here it says 22 billion years. It's basically 20 billion years. It's not 30 billion, but 20 billion. It could be 50, it could be 100 billion. But look, it's 22 billion years from now. That's the number. Isn't that interesting? That means we're halfway through the universe. You see what I'm saying? Halfway through the simulation, or... It's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's called the Big Rip Theory, as you can see there by the Wikipedia article. I remember hearing about this a few years ago, but I never knew the length of time, or I had forgotten the length of time that they noted. And I didn't realize it was 22 billion years, because that means we're essentially around the halfway point when we've come from a reactionary universe, which reacted to build our body and make us amalgaman at the end of history, at the end of human becoming, at the end of godlike image creation. You know, how we're created in the image of God. And at the end of fractal creation, we can see it in our hand. Also, you can see it in plants. It's very interesting. We had the time wave zero go into maximum amount of novelty, and then some people say, and I agree with this, that it's pre-2012 is basically reactionary universe. I realized, and now we're moving to creation. Post 2012 is creationary, passive, jumping out dimensionally from the passive creation and becoming the creators in co-creation, and from undifferentiated dark matter to light bodies in co-creation. So it's interesting. This is all very resounding, very resounding for a halfway point, isn't it? Well, because it's a very meta way to speak about the universe, from reaction, universe 1, pre-2012, to creationary universe post-2012. And, holding this as a marker, the eschaton at the end of the humans. And, well, sorry, my screen turned off, and for some reason the screen recording stopped. So, you know, it's pretty interesting. It seems we're at a pretty resounding halfway point. We're somewhere around there, I should think, because when I see in the higher dimensions, like in my third eye or in visions, you know, and everybody reports back from psychedelic and meditation experiences with geometry and so on. And if you know, get into these visions deep and for a long time, like I have, you realize that the universe is mechanical. You know, some kind of mechanical in the terminology of light mechanics. And it's just a different mechanics to the car mechanic, you know, that's a different mechanic. Sure, they're light years apart, but it's mechanics. You know, it's some kind of machine we're embedded in, or we are part of, and that's a resounding tone for this being a matrix-like setup, this universe as a physicality creating machine. And indeed, the dimensions or physical creation is created down dimensionally from the higher dimensions to the lower. So, you know, that's also interesting. And then when you put this all together, you know, we've got the robots who are literal manifest machines coming right now at the possible halfway point to the universe, or the matrix, or the simulation, or whatever you want to call this reality.